Today, we have gathered here to address some issues, some national issues that face every one of us as a Nigerian. That was why we find it deemed that we should gather here and tell the whole world what is happening and the position of us as a northern youth. Partnership for Peace and Community Development is an umbrella body of civil society organization with the principal mandate of ensuring the promotion of peace and stability in our communities through advocacy campaign via collaboration, cooperation with relevant authorities. We have gathered here today to address some presiding issues raised by Ipob terrorists and their faceless collaborators, individuals and groups who are out there to malign and distract innocent Nigerians from their constitutional right to life, interact, as well as associate with one another without any form of hindrance, with their recent childish and reckless, unintelligent threat of banning Nigerian national anthem, as well as selling cow meat in Southeast, which has received a lot of condemnation from well-meaning Nigerians without missing word. Our observations. It is critical clear that Ipob is not speaking on behalf of the people of Southeast, owing to their cosmopolitan nature. After holistic appraisal of the issues and pros and cons of the threat, PPC has come to the conclusion that it's either Ipob is a fifth columnist that is out there to set the country on fire, or against the interests of majority of Igbos residing in part of the country. 20 million of Igbo living and cohabiting with their brothers in northern part of the country peacefully for a very long time. We have therefore called on Igbo leaders that visit Mr. President recently and seek for presidential intervention for the same acclaimed leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, criminal terrorist organization, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, that this eminent Nigerian should, as a matter of fact, call these marauders to order to stem the tide of hostility and violence in the region. As a civil society organization that is mindful of responsibility to the public, we cannot fold our arms and watch few unscrupulous individuals to hold the rest of the country to ransom, which has succeeded in alienating the vast majority of our compatriots from enjoying its constitutional guaranteed rights. That is why we are here to lend our voice in strong terms by condemning the latest reckless statement coming from this terrorist organization, Ipob. And we condemn in totality the attempt to blackmail or intimidate the federal government with violence and terror. However, it is worthy of note that there are areas that government has to breast up with regard to security and welfare of citizenry, but that should not be an excuse to resort to violence against innocent Nigerians. We want to use this medium to sound a note of warning to group and politicians by whatever name they call themselves that specialize in blackmail and intimidation by appealing to the emotions of Nigerians to desist from their ungodly practice. The principal collaborators of this group are people who are being used by those who are against the unity of Nigeria. We equally call on all patriots to join hands with the security agencies by providing timely and credible information of any criminal activities in the country. As we condemn the activities of Ipob, we wish to appeal to the state and federal government to remain focused and undeterred in its duties by providing the basic necessities of life to Nigerian people, and also equipped our security forces with modern gadgets in line with the global best practice for them to effectively carry out their duties. We also want to call on the northern youth not to take the part of the terrorists by responding negatively by calling for violence, because that will affect the region negatively, more especially with the current security crisis affecting us. We also want to use this opportunity, like Oliver Twist, to ask for more. The government should not relent in its effort of making Nigeria a prosperous nation. Finally, we at Partnership and Community Development are convinced beyond reasonable doubt the recent activities of Ipob has shown that they are out there to disunite the country. We make bold to state that it stands condemnable by all patriots, as unity, togetherness of Nigeria is there to all Nigerians. As such, we will resist and confront where necessary all enemies of peace and security across the entire length and breadth of the country.